Skills and knowledge without positive behavior are nothing. Hello. In this video we will discuss top 10 behavioral interview questions and how to answer them quickly. If you are new to this channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon. Please like and share this video because we need your support. Watch the video till end. Let's start the video. Let's talk about some most common behavioral interview questions you may be asked during a job interview. Think about the responses and consider how you would answer the questions, so you will be prepared to give a strong answer. While you don't need to memorize answers, have a sense of what experiences you would share and how to describe them to the interviewer. You'll want your examples to be both clear and succinct. Number 1. Tell me about how you worked effectively under pressure. What they want to know is, if you're being considered for a high-stress job, the interviewer will want to know how well you can work under pressure. Give a real example of how you've dealt with pressure when you respond. You can tell an answer like, I had been working on a key project that was scheduled for delivery to the client in 60 days. My supervisor came to me and said that we needed to speed it up and be ready in 45 days, while keeping our other projects on time. I made it into a challenge for my staff, and we effectively added just a few hours to each of our schedules and got the job done in 42 days by sharing the workload. Of course, I had a great group of people to work with, but I think that my effective allocation of tasks was a major component that contributed to the success of the project. Number 2. How do you handle a challenge? Give an example. What they want to know is, regardless of your job, things may go wrong and it won't always be business as usual. With this type of question, the hiring manager wants to know how you will react in a difficult situation. Focus on how you resolved a challenging situation when you respond. Consider sharing a step-by-step outline of what you did and why it worked. You can tell an answer like, one time, my supervisor needed to leave town unexpectedly, and we were in the middle of complicated negotiations with a new sponsor. I was tasked with putting together a PowerPoint presentation just from the notes he had left, and some briefing from his manager. My presentation was successful. We got the sponsorship, and the management team even recommended me for an award. Number 3. Have you ever made a mistake? How did you handle it? What they want to know is, nobody is perfect, and we all make mistakes. The interviewer is more interested in how you handled it when you made an error, rather than in the fact that it happened. You can tell an answer like, I once misquoted the fees for a particular type of membership to the club where I worked. I explained my mistake to my supervisor, who appreciated my coming to him, and my honesty. He told me to offer to waive the application fee for the new member. The member joined the club despite my mistake. My supervisor was understanding, and although I felt bad that I had made a mistake, I learned to pay close attention to the details so as to be sure to give accurate information in the future. Number 4. Give an example of how you set goals. The interviewer wants to know how well you plan and set goals for what you want to accomplish. The easiest way to respond is to share examples of successful goal setting like. You can tell an answer like, within a few weeks of beginning my first job as a sales associate in a department store, I knew that I wanted to be in the fashion industry. I I decided that I would work my way up to department manager, and at that point I would have enough money saved to be able to attend design school full-time. I did just that, and I even landed my first job through an internship I completed the summer before graduation. Number 5. Give an example of a goal you reached and tell me how you achieved it. The hiring manager is interested in learning what you do to achieve your goals, and the steps you take to accomplish them. You can tell an answer like, "When I started working for XYZ company, I wanted to achieve the Employee of the Month title. It was a motivational challenge, and not all the employees took it that seriously, but I really wanted that parking spot, and my picture on the wall. I went out of my way to be helpful to my colleagues, supervisors, and customers, which I would have done anyway. I liked the job and the people I worked with. The third month I was there, I got the honor. It was good to achieve my goal, and I actually ended up moving into a managerial position there pretty quickly, I think because of my positive attitude and perseverance." Number 6. Describe a decision you made that wasn't popular, and explain how you handled implementing it. Sometimes, management has to make difficult decisions, and not all employees are happy when a new policy is put in place. If you're interviewing for a decision-making role, the interviewer will want to know your process for implementing change. You can tell an answer like, "Once, I inherited a group of employees when their supervisor relocated to another city. They had been allowed to cover each other's shifts without management approval. I didn't like the inconsistencies, where certain people were being given more opportunities than others. I introduced a policy where I had my assistant approve all staffing changes, to make sure that everyone who wanted extra hours and was available at certain times could be utilized." Number 7. Give an example of how you worked on a team. Many jobs require working as part of a team. In interviews for those roles, the hiring manager will want to know how well you work with others and cooperate with other team members. You can tell an answer like, "During my last semester in college, I worked as part of a research team in the history department. The professor leading the project was writing a book on the development of language in Europe in the Middle Ages. We were each assigned different sectors to focus on, and I suggested that we meet independently before our weekly meeting with the professor to discuss our progress, and help each other out if we were having any difficulties. The professor really appreciated the way we worked together, and it helped to streamline his research as well. He was ready to start on his final copy months ahead of schedule because of the work we helped him with." Number 8. What do you do if you disagree with someone at work? With this question, the interviewer is seeking insight into how you handle issues at work. Focus on how you've solved a problem or compromised when there was a workplace disagreement. You can tell an answer like, "A few years ago, I had a supervisor who wanted me to find ways to outsource most of the work we were doing in my department. I felt that my department was one where having the staff on the premises had a huge impact on our effectiveness and ability to relate to our clients. I presented a strong case to her, and she came up with a compromise plan." Number 9. Share an example of how you were able to motivate employees or coworkers. What they want to know is that, do you have strong motivational skills? What strategies do you use to motivate your team? The hiring manager is looking for a concrete example of your ability to motivate others. You can tell an answer like, "I was in a situation once where the management of our department was taken over by employees with experience in a totally different industry, in an effort to maximize profits over service. Many of my coworkers were resistant to the sweeping changes that were being made, but I immediately recognized some of the benefits, and was able to motivate my colleagues to give the new process a chance to succeed." Number 10. Have you handled a difficult situation? What they want to know is that, can you handle difficult situations at work, or do you not deal with them well? The employer will want to know what you do when there's a problem. You can tell an answer like, "When I worked at ABC Global, it came to my attention that one of my employees had become addicted to painkillers prescribed after she had surgery. Her performance was being negatively impacted, and she needed to get some help. I spoke with her privately, and I helped her to arrange a weekend treatment program that was covered by her insurance. Fortunately, she was able to get her life back on track, and she received a promotion about 6 months later." Thanks for watching this video. Please make sure you have subscribed the channel. Do not forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Your feedback is very important. Stay tuned and keep in touch. See you in the next video.